The second step in this process is gathering the facts. And that comes in a lot of different forms. Obviously, the Bible, I view as facts, and that they're of the Lord, and they're life facts, and they're God's facts. And so we obviously continue to seek those. Another thing in fact finding is seeking friends, seeking counsel, wise counsel, friends that you trust, experts, can be employees or family members, whoever. But we sometimes we're blind to our biases, and sometimes we do have blind spots, and by definition we don't know what they are, and so we have to be more open and let others help us see things in a way that we may not be seeing them. One of the things I do is, and really my daughter taught me part of this, is doing just pros and cons. And when you make this list, I've found on my own or through this journey, is if you can't think of any more pros and cons to write down, just wait 2 to 5 minutes, 10 if you're so inclined. And a lot of times one will bubble up that's more important than any of the others. And it's kind of worth waiting a little while and just sitting there and just see what else might bubble up. Some people try too hard to gather too many facts. You just got to trust, and again, like in step one, you're just praying along the way. These steps are pretty integral with each other. So you just trust the Lord that He will reveal the facts that you want to know, and that He'll have you deal with your blind spots and your biases in a way that you can flush those out and get them out of the way. Another thing I've noticed in this journey is if I don't pray and try to really get to where I want His will more in mind, when I get a fact that elevates my position that I want, or is more positive, then I give it extra weight. And when a fact is lesser, or one that I don't want to really impact my will, I try to dismiss it. Well, as you're praying and seeking to do His will, you've got to accept all facts with the same weight. And that's not easy to do, but that's part of the process as you pray along. Running a nonprofit and you need to add someone to your board, and you have this high-profile person that you're all excited to add to your board. Well, if somebody says to you, well, I have learned that this person is unethical, say, you'll have a tendency to say, oh, he doesn't really, or she doesn't really know him that well, and you'll kind of want to discount that because you want him or her on the board so bad. And the reverse of that's true. Somebody says, best person I've ever known. Well, that's good enough. That's all I need. Let's go with that. So that's not seeking God's will. That's not wanting God's will more than yours. As far as tactical approach to seeking facts, there's a lot of different ways, and everybody does it a little different. My daughter, for example, one of my daughters is journaled all her life, so she'll clearly journal it all the way through. I'll get a flip pad and make notes and keep notes, but I do write down my pros and cons, and I do refer to them, and I continue to add to the list as I go along. And the fun part of gathering the facts is the fact that the Bible is such a foundational part of the process, that Jesus sees the future and the Lord sees the future. He knows best and loves us all and wants us to know the facts, the truth. He wants to help us to discern or learn His will over ours.